Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I hope everybody's doing well this evening. Here we are on Sunday, December 11th, 2022, for Witness to History. I'm Donna Whyte, your host as always. I just thought I'd let you know in case all of you don't know who I am. All right, welcome. What better way than to spend our Sunday evening enjoying a conversation with Vanessa Shaw? Hello, Vanessa.
Hello.
How are you? How are you doing this evening? This is
Right.
just one of the ways that we get to know our Moreland neighbors better. And I can't thank you enough for agreeing to be our guest this evening. This is going to be a joy and a wonderful conversation. We're looking forward to knowing more about you and your family. But first, as always, I would like to thank a number of people who are with us this evening, as always. I'd like to thank Megan Hayes, who's our Moreland historian, our Moreland Public Library historian, who keeps Witness to History alive for everyone to be able to access through the, did I say Moreland Public Library? Shaker Public Library. Keeps it in the library catalog. Theo Darden and the city of Shaker for always supporting us. And of course, Lee and Kevin K with K Coaching. Hello. And I should never say last but not least, but John, what would we do without you? John Dutton, who is behind the controls of the Zoom and helps to, make sure that I stay on point as well. So thank you all for being with us this evening, and we're going to have a wonderful conversation. Just let me let you know, if you have any comments that you'd like to include in the chat, please do so. And also, if you would just like to chime in, just let me know if there's something that you'd like to say. We hope that family members and friends are here with us, who are Vanessa's friends. And if you want to say something, please don't hesitate. Please don't hesitate. Thank you again, Vanessa. Hello. Hello to you. Oh, wow. We're going to have a good time. So we're going to just start off with the question that I ask everybody as we start our conversation with Witness to History. Most people were not necessarily born in Moreland. Most people moved here from some other location, either outside of Shaker or outside even of the Cleveland area. But tell us when you moved to Moreland and why.
Well, we moved to Moreland in 2005, and me and my daughter and my son-in-law, we were looking for a nice area for the kids for school.
Mhm.
So my daughter decided that, hey, we can move to Shaker. We read up on Shaker schools were really good. So then we decided, and was looking at Shaker, and we found this 3-story home. Very, very nice.
Okay. And
And
here's a picture of your home right here in the Moreland area. Now, what street do you live on in Moreland?
3549 Shelton.
You're on Shelton Road. You're down the street from me.
Right.
Shelton's a good place to live.
Yes,
Now,
it is.
where were you before? Tell us a little bit about your upbringing. Are you a Clevelander?
I am a Clevelander. I lived on 91st in St. Clair.
Okay.
And I went to middle school, high school, graduated from Glenville
Glenville.
in 1972. And we was at uh, our first place in the Glenville area was 9106 Hillock. I still remember that address.
Okay. Okay, good.
And we were there, living in the Glenville area my whole childhood life.
Okay.
And then after having kids and everything, and my mom had a home on 91st. It was a 3-story home,
Okay.
and we all lived in the same home. And it was a third floor, second floor, and a first floor, and we all stayed in the same house, just
Okay.
like we doing now at Shaker on Shelton.
That's a family tradition. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Wonderful way just to be with family, but still have your separate space and, in a multi-family house. That's wonderful. That's
Yes.
wonderful. So I was teasing because we have so many people who I have interviewed on Witness to History who say they graduated from Glenville. So you're in good company. You're in good company. I think there's a direct line between Glenville and Shaker. We're going to do a study on that one day. But that's a good story. That's a good story. So tell us a bit about your family. Your family. I understand that you have a number of siblings, you have a number of grandchildren, and we have a number of pictures that you're going to help us, lead us through so you can tell us about your wonderful family.
Okay. I have four sisters and two brothers
Mhm.
and two deceased. And I am the second oldest.
Okay.
I have 11 grandkids. That's
Mm,
my daughter and my cousin. And then
okay.
that's my sister, she's deceased. And I have my brother, which he's deceased with his daughter. And then I have my uncle, he's still alive and he's 87. And I have
Oh,
my
wow.
sister, my cousin, and then my twin grandkids with my uncle.
Oh, I see. I see. And I think when we talked yesterday, you told me that you were going to your sister's birthday party.
Yes, she had a 60th birthday party
Okay.
last
Okay.
night.
What a wonderful celebration.
Excuse me,
That-
I'm a little hoarse because we were all really having a good time.
Okay. You all must have been singing and everything last night.
Yeah, we were.
That's good. That's good. Now, tell us about, you talked about how many grandchildren you have. How many children do you have? I see a couple of your children in these pictures.
Yes, I have three daughters and one son. Uh,
Okay.
my oldest daughter is Pam, second is Lisa, and Aisha, where she lives in Vegas, and my son live in Arizona.
Okay.
And I have 11 grandkids and a set of twin boys.
Okay. All right. Well, guide us through some of these pictures. I think even the second picture, as we were looking through these photos, and your family resemblance is just so amazing that sometimes I was trying to figure out if it was you, your mother, Pam, your children, because the resemblance is just so wonderful. So just take us through some of these slides and tell us where you are and who's in the pictures.
Okay, there's my mom, my two grandkids, twins,
This is
my
your mother in the purple.
yes, that's my mother right there. I know we look exactly alike.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
And my other grandkids is in the back. And then I have my mom down here with Benny and my all my grandkids, my son-in-law and my daughter. And then at the bottom, it's the same picture with my mom.
Okay, this is Disney World?
Yes, we're in Disney World.
Okay, so you said all your grandchildren. That was quite a vacation.
Oh, yes, that was a wonderful. My mother, she always wanted to go to Disney. So we made sure that she got the opportunity to do because she would always say, I want to go to Disney before I die. So
Ah,
so
I'm
we're
sure I'm sure you and your grandchildren didn't argue with that. Everybody had a good vacation going to Disney World,
correct.
Disneyland. That's great. Beautiful picture. Beautiful picture. I
Thank you.
remember I used to have Mickey Mouse ears when I was young, but it wasn't because we went. I think everybody had them. Those are great pictures. Thank you.
Thank you.
Here we are with more family photos. Tell us who's in these pictures.
This is my grandson, my third oldest grandson, Michael.
Mhm.
He went to college and he got picked for baseball.
Oh, wow.
So he's one of our baseball stars.
Yes.
And Braylon, he's he, he's the football, and Michael, the other twins are. I mean, Kellen is the football. Football, they love football. And there's my son-in-law and my two youngest grandkids, and uh, that's me with my grandkids that we're doing some kind of sign. I don't know what, it is, but we're doing
We'll make up something. Yeah. Yeah.
it.
Now you mentioned how many sets of twins are there in your family? You said that there are twins in your family.
Yes, I have a set of twin uncles, a set of twin nieces, and a set of twin
Oh,
grandchildren.
wow. Different generations. Okay,
Yeah.
nice, nice, nice. Very good. And that's something too. You have grandsons who have made it to the baseball, football.
Yes, yes. I
Oh,
got a set of twins that's coming out this year from Shaker.
oh, is that right?
Yes,
All right. Okay.
yes. All of them went to Shaker, so they're all Shaker graduates.
Oh, well, we're proud of that.
Right,
We're proud of that for sure.
correct. Yep, just have good times with them. I'm blessed.
Now, okay. Now, this picture on the bottom, is this your grandmother? I mean, your mother in
That's
this
my
picture?
mother.
Your
And
mom.
that's me in the Santa Claus outfit.
Okay, everybody. Did you hear that? That's Vanessa in the Santa Claus outfit there. That's great. That's great. I had to ask the question about whether that was you in the middle in the top picture, but no, that's not you. This is
No, that's my mom in the she was at a nursing home. So
uh-huh.
yeah, she decided she wanted to go in a nursing home. But we know
Okay.
you never would think you would have to put your mother there, but that's what she wanted. So
Okay.
and
Well,
then friends coming to visit her. It was around Christmas time. So we were all there.
okay. You were there visiting her.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now you have to tell me about this picture in the middle with this person. I mean, is he I couldn't tell if he's an astronaut or a mummy.
It was a mummy. That's the
Oh,
one that's birthday's on Halloween. So he dressed up as a mummy for his birthday.
oh wow. I wonder what inspired that. Okay, that's interesting. Is that a how are you related?
That's my son-in-law.
That's your son-in-law. Okay. You all have a good time.
Yes, we do. We really
Yes, I can definitely see that. And this celebration with the music here on the right, who all is in this photo?
do. That's family, and we were out at a cabaret.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And
All
that
right.
was yeah.
You make me
Oh,
want to go out and have a good time.
oh yeah.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Keeps us all young, keeps us going.
Right. Yep, I enjoy my family. I really do love my family so much. So it's like I told you, we should have your grandkids first and then have your children later.
I said that when I had grandchildren too. That's funny. I'm glad that, some of us agree with that. Well, we know more. We know more. Once we raise our children and we make some mistakes here and there, and we're wiser, we're wiser, and then our grandchildren come along. But their parents also have to go through that process as well. And they'll understand. They'll understand. That's for sure. Now tell us a bit about one of the things last month, I think, I don't know if you came on with us with Witness to History last month, but one of the things that I know that you're very proud of is that you had a daycare,
Yes.
and you explained to me how this all came about. Actually, last month, Sheila Gardner was our guest on Witness to History, and she mentioned to me that you actually took care of her son.
Correct.
So, walk us through this story of your daycare, how this all came about, and how you had a daycare right here in Moreland for a number of years.
Yes. I had went to school when I graduated from daycare school, and
Where was the school? Tell me
the
about the
school was
school.
on Kinsman. The school was on campus called Cleveland Opportunity Center for. They was running a school out of there, so I went there Monday through Friday, and
Mhm.
they taught us about daycare and how to run our daycare. And at the time I had graduated, they put a freeze on it. So
Mm,
it was like they wasn't doing any more vouchers. They wasn't
mm,
doing and anything else. So we had to be put on a waiting list. From
Mhm.
1987 to 2009, they opened
Mm.
it back up. Then I
Wow.
started my daycare in my own home. And
Mm.
uh, we had to go get our CDA. They had
Tell us
opened,
what that is. What was the CDA?
it's a like a child credential
Okay.
associate. It was a lot of hard work, but
Mhm.
doing it and love for the love of the children, I didn't mind at all. And
Wow.
matter of fact, when we came to Shaker, uh, they opened their arms up. We met the fire department. They
Mhm.
welcomed us in. They came out, different people came out to say hello to us.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I had to register my daycare, with Shaker, and everything was okay with that.
That it's really when you say that they put a freeze for 10 years. I
Mhm.
mean, we know the need, for everybody, certainly to have daycare that they feel that they can, really trust. That was a long time, but you were not only patient, but I would think many people who you probably graduated with didn't decide to continue with that whole idea of opening a daycare, but you did. But you
Yes. But the most of the people that did graduate, we decided that since there was a freeze, that we did go work into daycares,
Mhm.
to help out the daycare centers that they had.
Mhm.
So, and then after my kids were having kids, I was like, oh, daycare is too much. I
Mm.
can't really, let them pay that high daycare and, the amount that they're making. So I'd rather just open up the daycare, stay with it, and be with them.
Oh,
And it
yes.
worked out fine.
Who
Because
better to be with than their grandmother? I mean, really. I
yes,
mean, really.
I'm
For
there with them
sure.
all the time. So,
Yeah.
and it was, and then having the other neighborhood, because I was private, and plus I was county certified,
Mhm.
so where I
Mhm.
got a voucher from the county to help needed families.
Okay.
Him.
Okay, that let more people know that you were available as well.
Correct.
Yes. So tell us about this picture on the left here. This is you at your commencement, at your graduation?
That's me speaking at my graduation.
Okay.
I was a valedictorian. I was
You were the valedictorian. Say that a little bit louder. You were the valedictorian. Yes. Yay. Congratulations.
And
Congrats.
then my daughter that I'm standing next to, Pamela, we were at her graduation. She was getting her associate's degree.
Okay. Okay. All right. 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 Very accomplished children. And who is this on the bottom? This picture in the middle?
Uh, do you know what? It's like a meeting. Pam, could you come here for a second?
She's online.
I'm trying to come and get her
She can
because
chime in. Who's this, Pam?
blocking me right now.
Oh, you're muted. Okay.
Uh-uh.
Who is what?
In
Pam,
the
could you come here for a minute?
Who's graduating here in the white cap and gown?
Oh, that's my brother
Oh, okay. Okay, that's your other
and
son.
and his children.
All right. Right, right.
See
Okay.
it. Could you come here, Pam, and unblock this?
Okay.
Oh, is there something blocked on your computer?
Yes. Uh-huh.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, that is my son. Okay, son.
Is it okay now?
Yes, it's okay.
Okay, now, all right. So this is still your daycare. This is still
Yes.
talking about your daycare. Tell us about this one-star award winner.
Oh my goodness, that was the most exciting time of my life.
Oh.
Because when you got a 1 star, it goes from 1 star to 5 star. Starting with a 1 star is very, very hard because
Mm.
they come out and they inspect your whole room and they inspect your books and everything. So it took me like a year to get that star.
Goodness.
because they was coming out, and then you have to be corrected on this, or you corrected on this, and then with the children, they saw how you interact with the
Mm.
children, and they was like, oh, you're number one, you got your star, and I was so happy
Oh, wow.
being
Did you
home.
display that in front of your yard? It looks like a yard sign. Did you have that in front of your yard?
Yes, that was in front of my yard.
Wonderful.
Yes,
Yes, people need to know that. People need to know that,
yes,
because that is a way that people know that this is a
right.
daycare that I can. And I see Ohio, it's an Ohio designation. Wow.
Yes, and being a home care daycare provider, I was only allowed to have 6 children at a time,
Mm.
6 in the daytime and 6 in the night. So they wanted
Okay.
us to have 6.
And this picture you have here in the middle, this is actually your daycare, right? In
Well,
your
not actually my daycare. This is where some of the things like went in the basement to do some things. Summertime, when the winter came in, we did have the basement available for them to go and do their large motor skills and stuff like that.
Oh, wow. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. And this picture on the right is also related to your daycare? Is this a
And
time?
we were out at the zoo. This was our first time really going on a first field trip with the kids. I was so
Okay.
excited because it was successful.
Okay, okay. Nice. That is wonderful. So I think you told me that your daycare just ended because of the pandemic?
Correct.
Oh, boy. That
Yeah,
pandemic.
just like took it away.
Mhm.
We had a
Mm.
choice of staying with being still running the daycare, but at the time it was just like so much going on, and
Mhm. Oh,
hated
sure.
to leave the children, but I still see them as of today. Are you still up and running?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. And Pam lets us know that this was through the Council for Economic Opportunities in Greater Cleveland, through the Head Start program there.
Yes, we have like Starting Point. It's called Starting Point.
Mhm.
They help you keep everything all together.
And Rhonda even says, amazing. I have a sister and aunt who worked at CEO GC. All right. See, we see how much we have in common here. How long did you actually have your daycare?
I have my daycare for 10 years.
Yes. Wow.
10
Wow.
years up and running, and
Wonderful. How much you impacted young people's lives
oh
and
yeah,
their families.
oh yes.
Families. I mean, daycare is just so, so essential. There's nothing like trusting folks with your little children. I mean, nothing in the world.
And
Nothing in the
become
world.
my family and my babies.
Yes, yes, yes. So, congratulations on your daycare. And your daycare was called what?
Vanessa's Little Village.
Village. Vanessa's Little Village, which is also your email address. So we can remember it that way. Vanessa's Little Village with no dots.
It takes a village to raise children.
Yes, yes, yes. I can just imagine how much the children loved you. I wish I had witnessed that. I do. I really do. So we have a number of other pictures with your family and friends, and we can look at some of those, and you can lead us through this journey of more opportunities to see where you've traveled and who you've been with. Here's more. Who's this? Obviously, this is a birthday party. So tell us about.
That is my daughter's gave me a Hawaiian birthday party.
Oh,
I always wanted to go to Hawaii, so they made it happen for me.
okay.
And I still went to on a vacation to Hawaii. So
Okay. Made
it
it real.
was fun.
Made it real.
Right. And this is my son-in-law, my mom, and me. We're at my grandson's graduating from Shaker Heights from the 12th grade. So that's Michael once again.
Okay.
And at the top is my sister, my mom, and my daughter's mother-in-law. We were at a cabaret.
Oh, nice. And Seal says here, I knew your brother and mom who lived in my building at Library Courts.
Oh, yeah.
Seal Baldridge. They were great neighbors. Oh, that's nice. Thank you for chiming in, Seal. That's nice.
Yeah. And that's me at my 20th class reunion from Glenville.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. Red and black, are those the colors?
Right.
Yeah, I know about those tar butters. I didn't go to Glenville, but I kept up. I kept up. Uh, uh. Oh, and Pam says they were the first resident. Oh, your grandmother and your uncle were the first residents to move in there in Library Courts.
Correct.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Library Court. Nice. All right, these beautiful pictures. Tell us who's in these pictures. Is this your mother?
That's my mom on
The
Mother's Day.
family resemblance is so much, I don't presume that I know who's in all these pictures.
And these three ladies right here at the top, this is one of the residents. My mother was staying in the nursing home. Pam had adopted her and took care of her because she didn't have family.
Oh, nice.
And
So
my
important.
mom in the middle, and then that's my mom's sister.
Oh, wow, they look like twins.
Mhm.
They look like twins.
Yep, that's her younger sister.
Okay,
And
okay.
then at the bottom, these are all my babies. This is when I was in heaven on cloud
Oh
9.
my goodness. We were wondering about this picture. Oh, that's
Oh my God. I wish this
Oh.
picture was still alive and here,
Well,
but
here
they're
it
all
is.
grown up.
Well, maybe the next step is that they'll have children. And
Uh,
then they don't rush it.
Oh, not a great grandma yet. No.
Not yet, not yet. No, none of us, I mean, those of us who are grandparents, we're not rushing that. I understand. I understand how happy you are. This is wonderful to be surrounded by your grandchildren. That's a wonderful.
Yep, and this is my mom. Well, I like many hair, so my mom decided she wanted to dress up in some beautiful hair, so I dressed her up in some beautiful.
Okay. Okay, nice. With her lay on. Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh. And I love this hat over here on the left.
Oh yeah, she loved her hats for
Mhm.
sure.
Nice.
Yep, she really did. Mm.
Here we are. Now, where were you? This was in DC?
Yes, that was in DC.
Okay, tell us about your travels there and all the folks in these photos.
This is my grandson at the bottom, and my mom and my sister, Denise, and me, of course, on the side. That day we were walking in DC. So it was lots and lots of walking. So we sat down and we walked, we sat down and we walked. So we did, it was fun.
That's
And
good.
me and my mom, we were at church. She was getting her certificate for doing classes at church. So we was out celebrating.
Oh, nice. And Mel, Gwen, and Tina say, God bless you. Oh, God has blessed you with a wonderful gift. This is awesome. Thank you for so much love for children and family. Children and family. Talking about your daycare and all the love you have for your family. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
And Pam says, thank you, Ms. Me. Ms. Mel, I'm sorry. I thought those were 2 exclamation points. Ms. Mel, thank you, Pam. Yes, DC is a wonderful place to visit. There's no end to how much you can actually see there.
Right. It was very exciting.
Yes.
We've been a lot of places.
Okay.
With mom. She likes to travel with her family. So we made sure that she got all that in.
That's nice. When it is that she said she wanted to go. We have another slide. Oh, okay.
These are my granddogs.
Your granddogs. These are your granddogs. Tell us about your granddogs.
That's Jet. Jet
Is that Jet in the middle?
Yeah, Jet's the brown and white.
Okay, Jet's still around.
Jet is still around.
All right, all right.
Jet is still around. Jet has the most beautiful eyes that you ever want to see.
Oh, wow.
He's like kind of like a human dog. So
Now, is he with you? Does he live in the house with you?
No, that's Pam's dog.
That's Pam's dog. Okay, in the same house, but not
In
in
the
the
same
same,
house,
on the same
yeah.
floor. Okay, all righty. Uh-huh.
And that's Cody. Cody's still around.
On the left top,
Yes, in the
Okay.
middle, in the middle.
on the middle. Okay,
And the other three are deceased.
okay.
And that's one of my twins holding. That was, I think that was favorite.
Now, we had this wonderful conversation
Was
also.
Pam.
Oh, okay. We had this wonderful conversation also about the pets that are currently, you said that, one of these pets is Pam's pet, or is this your children's pet, or is it your pet, Pam? Sometimes it's hard to say. Everybody's a family pet. But you said your grandson has more than just a dog at this point.
Yes, my grandson have a lizard.
A lizard.
Yes. And he have a cat. And we have fish.
Okay.
So we have a lot of animals that live in our home.
How big is the lizard? I'm curious.
The lizard, I would say about this long and this thick.
Uh-huh. It's not a small lizard.
He's not small. He didn't have it for like 2 years. And his
Okay.
name is King.
King.
And the cat name is Cy.
Okay, Cy and King.
And we have tropical fish.
Oh, wonderful. Oh my goodness.
So we have lots of plants too. So there are babies too.
Okay, you take care of a lot. You take care of a lot. I'm still trying to get over the lizard.
Yes.
What does a lizard eat?
He eats crickets, but you can hear him at night. And he eats lettuce. And sometime I think he might, I think that's about it.
Okay. Okay. Can you buy crickets like at the pet store?
Oh yes, he buy him. And he was trying to, what they call hibernate them or something like that. He was trying to grow the crickets.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, he has a cage for that to learn how to grow
Oh,
them.
interesting. Interesting. Now, is this your, oh, they eat mealworms? Is
Yeah.
that it? Okay. All right. All right, folks, we're getting a lesson in what lizards eat. Now, is this one of your grandsons who's getting ready to graduate from high school?
Yes, I don't know what I'm going to do, but he's graduating because
I'm just curious what his interest is. I mean, is he planning to go into some science, biology, or something? I mean, I think that's sometimes how it all gets started.
I don't know. He never really. He's just a little lovable, passionate young man
All
that
right.
he just loves to take care of everything. He even take care of his grandma.
All
He
right.
takes
He may
in
go
on
into
me
veterinary
and
medicine. Who knows? Who knows? That's probably how people's interest gets sparked, with pets and all. That's interesting. That's
right.
interesting. Okay, so what other photos do we have here, John? Here we are.
Okay, we're
Guide us through all of these wonderful people.
we're in the backyard, probably having a cookout. That's my son, and
Right here on Shelton. Look.
yes, right on Shelton.
Mhm, mhm.
And that's me and my sister at a cabaret. That's me and my friend. We're at in Atlanta, where my daughter used to live. And that's my niece and my other niece. We were at a wedding. And these are my twins and my mom. And we're downstairs at Pam's house in the living room. I think we were celebrating Michael's homecoming. I think he was going to homecoming.
Okay.
And this is me and my sister-in-law. She has 2 kids by my brother. As a matter of fact, I seen her last night. And this is my mom. We were all dressed up for Halloween. I think we were going to my son-in-law's birthday party. He has a party every year. So we have to always dress up.
I see. I see. I love your mother. She's just dressed up. I see this note. This is very, thank you, Pam, for letting us know this. I'm going to go back a little bit. We were talking about Lizard, but about neighbor night. Pam, chime in there. Just tell us about the first neighbor night.
Yeah, we was working with Mark Joseph and the One Shaker when
Yeah.
it first started. And we wanted a way to reach out to the neighbors. So we had a neighbor night backyard,
Wow.
everyone on Shelton and in the surrounding neighborhood.
Nice. That's a wonderful history to know. Where neighbor night got started right in your backyard. Okay, everybody. Maybe we need to think about this in the summer. Maybe neighbor nights need to be in people's backyard. Did everybody hear that? Okay, that's something we'll talk about in May. That'd be a great idea. Thank you. Thank you. I didn't know that. I want to make sure I'm not missing any of these in the chat. All right. So we also have, what's our next photo? I know what I was getting ready to say. Yes, this is what I was going to say. Now, when we had our conversation the other day, you didn't tell me about this, but then when I looked at the pictures, I'm like, what?
I know this is
also do just in your spare time, but it has something to do with
this
just
is one
tell
of
us
my
about it.
secret hidden little fun time things that I like to do. So on their birthday, I asked each one of them what they want for their birthday, and they like,
Okay.
oh, no, nothing, grandma, nothing. We're fine, but you can make us one of your famous cakes.
Oh, wow.
So each cake have a meaning to it of each one of them. So when Devon turned 21, it was like, oh my goodness, we're so happy. I got my first 21-year-old grandchild.
All righty.
He can drive me around. He can do everything. So I did his 21 birthday cake. Then I had like the footballs and the suckers, whatever they like, and I know what they like. And that what came of that cake.
Oh
My
my
son-in-law really don't like my cakes, but he asked me for one this year.
Yes. Well, you feel left out. I mean, you really address what it is that is special about them. And this is really something you could really promote. People like designer cakes and everything. This one up on the top right. Tell us about that. Those look like crackers around the edge.
Yes, that was a candy, all candy. And he always liked video games. So I said, how can I make this happen? So I said, I'm going to use my own creation. And I just took out crackers, and the mints and all of that stuff like that, and marshmallows and a candle. And that was his creation. That was, matter of fact, I think that was Kellen's cake, because each person have their own cake. One of the twins.
And this one on the bottom with this money.
Yeah.
That's special. Did you put that on there too, or did somebody else add that?
I put that on there. Now
All right, that's special.
Michael likes money. He's always into making money. He always have a job. He's like his grandma. He loved children. So that's what he takes care. Does the football. He does basketball. He does everything with the children. So he really loved kids.
Is he here in Cleveland? Is he?
Yes, he's here in Cleveland. He goes to Kent State.
All right, spreading the things that he's learned from his grandmother. Yes. And I think we have more cakes.
Yes.
I saw these little baseball caps here. I said, okay, well, that obviously has something to do with your grandson who plays baseball.
Yes, Monty. That's my he's number 3. And he goes to Akron University now, and he always liked to play baseball. Okay. And he's also a rapper too.
Oh, how's he doing with that?
He has a couple of songs out. So yes. And he went to Shaker too. So He's a Shaker high schooler.
Okay, very good. Very good. Sounds like a promising future. And
Yeah.
he's playing baseball at Akron?
No, he's not playing baseball now in Akron, but that's
Oh,
when he was going to Shaker.
okay. All righty. And here we have, I see more baseball or, sports up
Yeah,
here on the top left.
yeah, that was the twins.
Oh, okay. So did they get one together?
Yes. And their trophies are, and cars and stuff like that.
Nice, nice.
So, yeah. And then as you see, I have one little girl, Kate, down there. I do have granddaughters.
Okay. How many granddaughters do you have?
4.
4. So
Yeah,
mostly grandsons, but 4
yeah,
granddaughters.
I have
Okay, that's
I have 11 altogether, but I got 7 grandsons. 8.
okay. Now, didn't your one son have 4 daughters?
Yes,
So
that's
he's representing. He's the only one that has daughters.
correct. I was like, how did that happen?
Isn't that something? Isn't that
Yeah.
something? Wow.
Yes, all my daughters had the boys, and even when Pam had got pregnant with her twins, she was like, "Mom, I have 2 things exciting to tell you. I'm having babies, and they're boys." I'm like, "No." She's like, "Mom, I took the test, and I'm having boys."
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Well, your son came through. He came through with the girls.
Yeah, he did too. Mhm.
And who
Definitely.
knows, he may be wishing for a boy. Who knows?
He ended up with 7 nephews, so that's enough boys for him. He's gonna need.
Yes, yes, yes. And let me make sure I got all my notes on my chats here. But you also told me that you work at Walgreens.
Correct.
Walgreens, not far from here, not far.
Right.
And so you told me that there is a special designation that you have received from Walgreens. Tell me about that.
Yes, I got Employee of the Month,
Yes.
and then they just now announced that I had 200 Walgreen credit cards in the region.
Mm.
Now they want me to start training people on how to get Walgreen credit cards.
That's great. That's great. That's a gift. They know that.
Yes, yes.
They know that. That's not hard to believe, though, because you are a really gracious, wonderful personality. So I'm going to be real honest. I think when people ask me that when I'm checking out, I don't really know that people push it that much. I guess they say it, but I haven't been to your Walgreens.
Right, you haven't been to Vanessa's
I
Walgreens.
haven't been to Vanessa's Walgreens, right on Harvard and Lee, right? Okay, it's not far, folks.
Come on, everybody, and fill out a Walgreens credit card.
Right, right. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, that's funny. So does anybody have any questions or anyone want to chime in? Any family members who are here that would like to say something, or anybody want to pose any questions? Did we get through all the slides? Do we have more slides? One. We have one. Or he was telling me just a minute. I don't know what that meant. Oh, yes, yes, yes. These are beautiful pictures.
Okay, this was just probably a day that the kid decided to take a picture. Probably my grandbaby. I was in my bedroom,
Mhm.
getting off of work, and this one was when we were in Florida. And I
Mm.
just decided to take a selfie of me because I was getting ready to see my aunt, and I was so excited.
Mm.
This
Nice.
I see it's down in my daughter's house. It's a picture she probably was taking of me before I went out. And
That's nice. That's nice. There's something else that you told me, and this goes back a little bit, back into your family history, that you told me about your grandfather.
yes, he was the first RTA bus driver.
The first Black RTA bus driver.
Yes.
That's really something to be proud of. He opened the door for a lot of people. He
Yeah.
really did. What was his name?
His name was Caldwell Washington.
Caldwell Washington. We ought
Mhm.
to, make sure that people whose names we don't necessarily know get in the history books. And I don't know if when that was, but anytime there's someone who's a first, that means that there are others that follow. And ordinarily, it means that the company, or however it is that those people were hired by, they understand that you have to have folks who really are going to serve everybody. That's a wonderful, wonderful history. That's a wonderful history. Will anybody have any questions, comments? We've gotten a lot of notes in the chat. Rhonda had here that about your twins. Rhonda Wright said, I have twin boys too. And Pam says, I didn't know. Yep, that has to be a special place for people who have twins to know each other right here in the neighborhood. Right here in the neighborhood. All righty. Anything else you want to share with us, Vanessa, with your wonderful story? We all have to come and visit you at Walgreens.
Absolutely. I just want to thank my daughters
Oh,
for being there for their mom on good days, bad days.
that's why I can understand why they love you.
And this is a very special moment, and I thank you for bringing back the memories.
Oh, thank you so much for being with us. This is so special. Your story is just so wonderful. And Tanya Sale says, you look beautiful, Vanessa. You absolutely do. I mean, in all of the photos and sharing, your life and the love of your family, just bringing us into all the joy that you bring to everybody and all the joy that everybody brings to you. This is special. And it's really, I have to share with everybody that, we come together on a Sunday evening in, each month. And I know what's happening several months down the line. But we're really very fortunate that we can share these stories with anybody who wants to access them through the library. I'll be real honest, I didn't necessarily think of that initially. That wasn't my idea. But for that to be part of the story that makes each of us individually special, but then for our community to be a part of other people's lives. Believe me, people have contacted me because they do some research and they find that Moreland comes alive through Witness to History. And that's couldn't be more special. Couldn't be more special. So we really thank you, Vanessa, for being a part of this story. It's very important. It will be around forever. Technology means forever. Thank you. And I have to share also that when I saw Pam, I hadn't seen Pam for a while, and we were at a neighbor night a few months ago. And as people know, folks who are online know that I come to folks asking if they'd be my guest on Witness to History. And Pam said, I think my mother might like doing this. I said, absolutely fine. So thank you, Pam. Thank you so much. Thank you. All righty.
You.
And
Thank
thank you, Miss Donna, for having this and
Oh,
allowing people to come on and share things that are important for our community and as a people. And thank you, John, for putting together that wonderful collage of pictures. Very nice. One thing I want to say is that my mom, she kind of underplayed the daycare.
mhm,
When I started having kids, I was the first one to have kids, and I was looking to place my son in daycare. And my mom said, absolutely not. My grandson will not be in a daycare. And
mhm.
so she went part-time and started taking care of our children so that we wouldn't have to put them in daycare. So out of all of her grandchildren, not one has had to go into daycare.
What a blessing.
So we
What
thank you for that, Mom.
Well,
what a blessing. Oh my goodness. You are took better care of them than anybody else in the world could have. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Absolutely.
That's
Mhm.
for sure. And if that's what made you think about that, then thank goodness, Pam, you had children. I
Wanted
know.
her to have more.
Yes, yes, yes. You know, I remember when I moved back to Cleveland, I always say to people, I never had to have anybody take care of my children. My parents were here. My parents were right here. And, you know, I can't say enough about that. Can't say enough and how blessed we are, you know, to have had our parents to be able to do this, you know, for us. Even though I know as a grandmother, you know, what a blessing it is as a grandmother to
Mm.
be so close to, you know, our grandchildren. So thank you for sharing your story, Vanessa.
You're
Thank you.
very welcome.
Alrighty. So as I said, well, I want to say before, you know, we sign off, but I'll tell you that I do know who our guests will be for the next few months. In January, we'll have the pleasure of speaking with Mrs. Healy Stovall, January 15th. Okay, so that actually is Martin Luther King weekend, but we thought the 15th would work well for January. And February, Ms. Rhonda, Rhonda will be our guest in February. And yes, Ms. Rhonda Wright. And in March, we're moving forward here. In March, our guest will be Monica Boom. Yeah. And we're planning in April. See, I'm ahead of, you know, we're moving forward here. I'm not a year out, but you know, this is real special. This is really special. It's so exciting. And in April, we will have Eastview. Eastview, a number of residents in Moreland are members of Eastview. I mentioned that last month, but we know that we have confirmed, let me put that mildly, confirmed Eastview Church as our special guest in April. So with that, I feel excited about 2023 for sure. But I am always, always looking for guests. I know who's going to be in June too, but I won't say that at this point. That's all righty. So here I am. You know, please, please get in touch with me if you'd like to be a guest, or if you have an idea, you know, about how we can frame witness to history in a way that's creative. You know, I'm going to show up every month, and, you know, ideas about, you know, groups that may want to meet and, you know, look at witness to history as a way to tell your story. That would be a wonderful way for us to get together and get to know each other better. And here's my email and my telephone number. So please jot it down. Even if you've been my guest before, if you've been our guest before, if you have an idea, you know, please let me know. Very often people say, I know somebody who I think would be a good guest on. Everybody's a good guest. Let me put it that way. Absolutely everybody. But, you know, some folks, and that's what we have to do, is to network with each other, because I certainly don't know everybody in Moreland. This is a wonderful way for me to get to know you better. And here we have a couple more comments. Robert David Jefferson says, thank you, Vanessa, for sharing your story. And Diane McIntyre, beautiful stories. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you again, Vanessa, for being with us this evening.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You all have a wonderful evening. Have a happy Hanukkah. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Enjoy your holidays. Be blessed, be safe, and just be happy. Alrighty. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. You
All
too.
right. I'll see you at neighbor night. Don't we have a holiday party, neighbor night? Yes, we do. All right. Yes, we do. Take care. Good night, everybody.
Like,
Thank you.
thank you so much.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Thank you.